Hello everyone, in this video of Warcraft 3 Reforged, I'm going to be playing Rabbits vs. Sheep WsW 0.83 Beta. This is the same version of the map that I made a guide on in Warcraft 3 several years ago. The settings I'm going to be picking are all random, extended, and that's it. Dark Ranger. She is able to summon skeletons. I think she's pretty bad, so I'm going to repick. Banshee is okay, but if I can repick again, I'd prefer to, but you can only repick once. Error for... oh, okay. I actually thought that was a legitimate error, but it's not. Let's see here. Releases a bolt of pain, surging through 15 enemies, and its damage increases by 10% for each target hit. It's pretty good. But it's not that good for the initial duel to see who gets first blood. PvP, well, that's worthless. And Soul Surge, that's also worthless. So ultimately, Pain Surge is the best choice. If I'm lucky here, I'll be able to get a quick Pain Surge and get first blood. Well, Pain Surge ultimately got me the first blood, but I got it from a last hit at the end.
If it pleases you, I must obey.
So to explain a little bit about Rabbits vs. Sheep, for those who haven't seen my original video, your goal is to get more enemies on the other side of the map than the maximum allowed amount. So if we have 250 units on our side, we lose the game, and so obviously it's better to have fewer units because that means you're doing better. Every time you kill one, your side decreases by 1 and 2 spawn on the other side. So enemies are constantly increasing. However, if your team is doing really well in comparison to the opponent, you can have a significantly lower score than they do. The next ability I'll get here, well, let's see. If the target is an enemy, it has a risk of taking 50 additional damage when attacked. If the target is friendly, it has a chance of healing 75 hit points when attacked. It's actually a pretty decent healing ability. I don't need the mana for the moment, so that's what I'll take. So, if these odds are correct, I should be healing at roughly the rate I'm taking damage, but that's pretty clearly not happening. So I don't think this is very... oh, 6%. Well, I guess that explains it. 6% is almost nothing. At 18%, you might just barely be able to notice it. I actually picked a terrible target there. Due to the way this chain works, you should start with lower health units first, and then move on to higher. Let's see. I guess I could put this on my ally. Looks like this is global cast range, which makes sense because it is able to target enemies as well.
If that is your wish. If it pleases you.
Yeah, 15 is pretty great for an ability. It's not quite as good as like the best abilities possible, but you should be getting around, factoring in the 10% increase, like 10 kills per cast, which is pretty solid. Death March. FP ability. Awards 2 focus power per time you cast it? I don't know what determines when it's awarded. Perhaps it's... yeah, it seems like... I mean, I just got 3, so maybe it's each time they're hit during the cast? That makes sense. Alright, I'll just pick someone here. Looks like I'm about to get trapped. My hero's pretty fragile, so I'm probably going to die. While I'm close to the center, though, I'll upgrade the kobolds.
Why have I been summoned?
Just keep upgrading them.
What must I do?
Alright, 3's not bad. That will make some of the basic abilities unable to kill units in one cast, which should be pretty good for us.
If it pleases you, I must obey.
Bad pathing. I meant to go up. Cast that on my ally, hopefully heal him a little bit. Alright, with the additional upgrades, our team is getting much closer now. Did I cast my ultimate? Why is that on cooldown? I mean, I don't think I casted it, but apparently I did. Oh, well, there they are. I wonder if that had any effect on us getting a little bit of a lead there.
If it pleases you, I must obey. Yes.
I'll just go upgrade the units again. Alright, we won the first round of 4. This time I have Naga Sea Witch. She's okay. She can kill 13 units with a cast of Forked Lightning. She's certainly not the worst hero. If I were to rank her, I'd call her about average. So there's definitely a lot better, but due to the potential for downgrades, I guess I'll stick with it. So the best ability, as always, is one that can get you first blood, so I'll go ahead and take Forked Lightning. Looks like one player left. They're on my... Oh, wait, no. The player on their team left. Okay. So it's 5v4. It's unfortunate, but that's not too much of a disparity. And it looks like there's a little bit of balance that automatically happens, so now they get 125% EXP from killing gnolls. So it should still be fairly fair, hopefully. I got first blood, getting me 500 gold. Now I'm heading to the mana fountain so that I can keep spamming Forked Lightning, because that's about the only good thing this hero has. She also has mana shield, so just keeping a high mana pool is essential.
Brilliant. For the Empress. In Asara's name. Yes.
These new water elementals don't look very watery. They seem like they're almost made out of rubber.
Yes. By your command. In Asara's name.
Crystalline Arrow is better, but I'd like to get at least 1 point in mana shield.
Brilliant. By your command. Brilliant. In Asara's
Probably save the cast until they reach level 3. There we go.
In Asara's name. Yes. In Asara's name.
Yeah, once this reaches the 3rd level of the ability, it's able to kill units in one shot, so it becomes much better. Alright, with 2,000 gold in a moment here, I'll be able to upgrade the kobolds. And one upgrade of kobolds makes basic abilities fail, so it's a really useful upgrade to have.
Yes.
I'll wait till level 5 to cast this.
In Asara's name.
There we go. Yep, now it's pretty powerful. And since it's 135 damage, it's actually good for one more null upgrade before it becomes pretty weak.
By your command. For the Empress.
What's the next cost? 2,500? No, 3,000.
Our will.
Oh, that's because someone else bought one. Tornado's a pretty solid ability as well. I'll probably save it till there's more units, though.
Yes. By your command. Time is short, mortal.
Guess there's not much reason not to put this on autocast.
For the Empress.
And, alright, 55 is nearing the breakpoint where it's worth summoning the tornado. I don't recall this summoning like 20 mini tornadoes in the past. That's interesting.
Time is short, mortal. Our will shall be done.
Where is it? Okay. And it's over. That seemed like it did very little, but it's not that bad.
In Asara's
Ultimately, we're winning either way. So right now, we have 33 guys. They have 210.
by your command.
Ah, looks like the gnolls are level 3, so now this isn't enough to kill them. But Crystalline Arrow, if it kills a unit, bursts into 35 damage, so that it is able to pick up all the stragglers.
Yes. Taste my
Oh, actually, I should have taken a look at that. That was the new version of the Pandorans. White. Yeah, White's pretty good. Not the strongest, but he's alright. Not worth repicking. Archmage, pretty good. Lunar Rider. I think she has a glaive bounce attack, which requires a lot of items to get going, so she's only okay, because the matches go pretty quickly. Death Knight. I recall him being pretty weak, and Frost Mage is fairly good. Bit of RNG, because she has the ability to refresh her spells on like a 10% chance when she's hit. Alchemist is extremely good. Paladin, I don't remember what he does. Dwarven Hunter is okay. And who's the other one? Oh, 2 Paladins. Okay. I think Paladin has an ability that increases your attack by like 5 to 10 each time you cast it. So as the match goes longer, he gets stronger. Oh, also, if you have no units on your side, you get 200 gold per second, I think. So it's very important to make sure you never leave an empty board for your opponent. The visual effect on this is extremely small now. In the past, it used to shoot a very huge visible bolt. Let's see. Soul Drain heals you whenever you kill a nearby enemy, and Death Lingers deals damage to nearby enemies when you are attacked. Drains mana until deactivated. Let's go with Soul Drain. And then, of course, I'll be maxing out Deadly Bonds first. Deadly Bonds has a pretty short cast time, which makes it fairly effective for killing large amounts of enemies, and due to the short cast time, it's not as vulnerable to null upgrades as some of the other heroes. Now it's the time for the first upgrade. Okay. Should be able to get the second upgrade in a moment here. And now back to mana. Yeah, one sign that you can always tell of a rookie team, or not really even necessarily rookie, but a team that probably won't win versus a team that will win, is whether or not they're at the health pool or the mana pool. If you're at the health pool, it usually means that you aren't dealing damage fast enough, whereas if you're at the mana pool, that means you are dealing damage fast enough with the aid of mana regeneration.
Insufficient mana.
I don't think there's any reason not to get Wraith form. Let's see here. Permanently transform, lets him fly over buildings, and makes him immune to lightning shield. Yeah, so not much reason not to get it. It also makes it easy to get to the Kobold upgrade in the middle. So I'll just wait here, get enough mana. Oh, wait a minute. What? Cost 250, but then I was instantly refunded it? Okay, let's get some more Kobold upgrades. This time I'll activate Soul Drain to restore my mana as I kill enemies.
Insufficient gold.
Alright, that's round 3. And hopefully round 4 lasts a little longer. My team seems to be doing really well. What? 3 Scarab Queens?
Consume the living and the dead. By no
Okay, let's start spamming Scarabs here and stay at the mana fountain.
I serve only the frozen throne.
Yeah, one thing that I've noticed, in Warcraft 3 Reforged, the ogres became massive. Like, this guy is easily double the size, maybe triple. Nah, probably just double what he is in regular Warcraft 3. And similarly, Rexxar went in the opposite direction. For some reason, Rexxar is extremely tiny. Like, he's barely bigger than a Dwarven Hunter now. I don't know what's going on with the sizes. Perhaps, well, the size of a model should be pretty easy to fix, so I'm hoping this is just a temporary bug. Looks like there's a lot of gnolls down there, so I'll send my Scarab army that way.
Our warriors have engaged.
Also, I apologize for the Discord sounds. I forgot to mute them. I'll go ahead and do that right now. Okay, now they should be muted. Okay, let's go ahead and get a level in Impale. And cast Impale. Impale is, of course, my bulk enemy killer this game, so I'm going to be focusing on leveling that up first. And yeah, it requires 3 points to kill them in one shot, but so the first 2 levels aren't that great. With that in mind, I suppose you could do 2 points in Scarab and then an additional 2 points in Impale, instead of focusing on Impale immediately. One other thing that I've noticed is the Impale effect seems to be bugged, because it's not shooting the enemies in the air like it's supposed to. There we go, our first point in Null upgrades, or Cobalt upgrades. I can't even tell what's trapping me. Oh, I guess there's just one Null there. I might have to use my mana pot this game, which is fine. Unless I can get out pretty soon here. Once I get to level... yeah, I'll just wait till level 5, but I will have to use my mana pot either way. And mass kill. I was expecting a lot more than that, to be honest. Must have a fairly narrow line of effect. And here we go, this should be a big one. Yeah, that's like... what was that, 30, maybe? Okay, let's use my ultimate. Heals me for 600 points per second, so I'm back up to full. And it spawns like 20 scarabs. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the middle and purchase a lightning shield so that we can kill these gnolls. And upgrade the kobolds. The lightning shield does damage in an AoE, so that's an easy way to help our allies who can't kill very quickly. Still though, it seems like we're going too slowly. I need to get more mana. I think they might have this round. My mana is just too low to kill these guys. What can I buy? These would not help very much. Perhaps just another lightning barrier once I can afford it. I think when you respawn, you have like half mana, so... oh, full mana. Nice. And lightning barrier, hopefully that's enough to make a difference. We're just about to lose, though. Yeah, that's Alchemist for you. He's a powerful hero. Actually, wait, was that even this round? In that case, if that wasn't this round, I'm not sure what composition they had. Pit Lord's pretty good. Rain of Fire, how many waves? 5 waves at 35 damage? That seems fine to me. Let's go with that.
What a foolish
Also, I guess here's the new Pit Lord model. Most of it looks pretty good. The face seems like it needs a little bit of work, though. At least in the overworld. This looks fine.
pitiful. What a foolish ploy.
Also, I think I prefer the design of Manaroth in the original Warcraft 3, but that could also just be because I'm used to it. If I recall correctly, I don't think you take damage when you Rain of Fire yourself, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, looks like they managed to get first blood this game. And where are the gnolls? Here they are. The Immortal, he's really good. Hazanar is pretty good. Dark Ranger is terrible. And Legend... he's okay. I can't remember his abilities that well, but I don't recall him having very much killing potential. Enemies reduce their attack damage by 100%? Sounds impossible. Let me double check this. Is this seriously 100% or does it mean half? Okay, so it does reduce it by 100%, but of the minimum. So they can still deal damage. With that in mind, it's probably never worth casting over Rain of Fire, so I'll put my points into Cleave instead. Yeah, the tree ants are pretty bad at killing, but they do clump up a fair amount of enemies, so it still works out nicely. And with that, that gets us our first upgrade. Looks like they got an upgrade pretty soon as well. I think I'm still in the range of the mana fountain from here. Or, nope, it was just fading. Doom. This is a great ability. You can summon it on possibly both sides, but definitely yours, and it gives you a unit with like a 120 damage stomp, so it's kind of like the equivalent of having a second pretty good hero. I wonder what my allies are spending their gold on currently. Because, are they buying items? Okay, it looks like some of them are. So let's use my ultimate and do a Rain of Fire. Oh, 75. So that's not really enough. But the Rain of Fire is still just powerful enough. Also, the Doom Guards are absolutely massive now as well. Yeah, I'll just save his mana for Rain of Fire. Did I cast this? Yeah, okay. Looks like this should be game here. With one more Rain of Fire. And that's game. So there's a match of WsW, Rabbits vs. Sheep, in Warcraft Reforged. And I'll see you guys in the next video.